Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today I have the wonderful opportunity to introduce you to Danilo Perez, wonderful pianist, composer, and educator, and a member of the legendary Wayne Shorter group. So, Danilo, thank you for sitting down with us. I wanted to talk about this Wayne Shorter 80th birthday celebration here in Montreal, because it was just I got a chance to be in the show, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. You guys just moved the crowd. The whole crowd was just feeling it. And it was almost like a trance, but it was a good trance. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what goes through your mind when you're about to do a Wayne Shorter performance.
Well, one of the things that every time before we play, we put our head together, and it does have a ceremonial kind of thing. Mm-hmm. There's so much family feeling about it.
Okay, yeah.
And before we go on, there's always that. I always have this little. We never know how we're gonna start. How's it gonna develop? There's this edge to. What kind of story? What is it that we're gonna be saying?
Okay, yeah.
And tonight it felt really special. It felt really patient to. I guess the 80 years old, but to me, it's not about the 80s. He kind of represents for me the immortality of humanity. I don't really feel that difference in age. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! You know, Wayne Shorter is just like my favorite jazz musician. You know, alive today. You know, it's just fantastic music, and you know, it must be such a blessing to get to play with him. You know, and as a pianist, you know, you're an amazing piano player. What goes through your mind, and what do you want to contribute to Wayne when you guys start playing? Do you have a way of you thinking or a thought process?
It's a very interesting question. One of the things I noticed, I was talking to Jerry Allen today about that, and one of the things I noticed is like, at the beginning of my experience with him, I was trying to chase him around everywhere he was, and when it happened to me, I saw him playing with Herbie, and I realized that what Herbie was able to give Wayne was another contrast story to what he was saying. And at one point, and a very important point, he will acknowledge, okay, here we are, by maybe picking up a little motif. Because Wayne, if you watch Wayne, he'll experiment with a lot of things, but there's always this composer mind working. And then he'll give you a motif that it's like a window. It could be a sound, it could be a key, it could be a color. And I'm trying my best to really be there when that place appears, at the same time creating my own story against.
Sure.
And with Brian Blade, the harmonic rhythm, you know, at a crucial point to play a chord that brings out that tension or release that you were talking before.
And it builds, you know, and it just
boom, exactly.
You know, and then
that moment I gotta find that right voice and that right chord that goes with that, you know.
Well, that was recently captured on the wonderful recording Without a Net, you know, which I love, man. It came out in February.
Thank you.
Just the whole record, you know, I could listen to that 100 times and hear a different thing each time, because you guys are taking it in a journey, you know. And you know, thank you so much for being a part of that group. You know, you really contribute to it. And you know, for people who are watching this who were at the concert, you know, they sang happy birthday to Wayne in French, and you quoted that on the piano, which I thought was awesome, man. You know, like, and people dug that. They saw it, you know.
Wayne turned around and said, "You guys rehearsed this?" We just jump on it, like, you know.
You know, David Gilmour, guitarist. He's a friend of mine, and he told me, he said, Wayne came to him once and said, "Have you guys ever played like you just played before? You know, what kind of stuff does Wayne say to you? You know?"
You know, there are many things that Wayne has said to me over the years. The one that kind of come to my mind is he used to tell, "Let's make a movie." Like when you're playing, let's make a movie.
Wow.
He would say to me, like, when are we playing? When we go somewhere, he'll go like this. Which for me, I don't know. He never told me, but I think it means like voice leading.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
One of the things he has some signs. You know, when we're playing sometimes, I'm hearing that he's in this tonality.
Yeah.
I want to go there, and he'll go. You know, I have interpreted that as stay out there, stay in the moon.
Okay.
You know, you know, this is. There are a lot of things like he talks about tonal magnetism.
Yeah.
About playing, not being. One of the things he said, don't hide behind your technique. Don't hide behind what you have practiced. Be vulnerable, because in the way that we are playing, we're not really trying to showcase what we have worked out or accomplished.
Yeah.
We really are trying to be. His whole philosophy is about being more human and being vulnerable,
Yeah.
and being in the moment. Being in the moment. That's
Beginner's
really,
Mind, you know.
Exactly.
It's a great book, Zen Beginner's Mind.
Zen Beginner's Mind.
That's what you guys are kind of doing there, and that's so refreshing.
Yeah.
And you know, briefly before we finish up, because I know you don't have very much
Yeah.
time, I really dug your record. I think it was called Providencia.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man! You took us on a journey there,
Oh,
man.
thank
And
you,
that
man.
was like the music was, you know, based on your native music. You're from
Panama.
Panama, and it was just like the rhythms and you know, dun 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 dun.
That's right.
You know,
Galactic Panama.
what was your process behind that record? You know.
Well, you know, this record took a long time. I still own it. I just recorded a new one, but that record sets up a part of my life that I was ready to tell a story from my end, which was my first daughter.
Yeah.
My first and second daughter, basically. Having children, man, for me, changed a lot of things. Having children, being worried about why are we leaving the children in this earth. And the whole vibe of the record was about that, and how we need to deal with diversity. We need to deal with conflict with a more joy in our life. The greatest asset we can have right now is joy.
Yeah.
If you look at everything, every movie, everything seems so pessimistic, you know,
Sure.
and kind of dark. But we must invest in our life in joy, because as a musician, that's part of the process. You know, we are still dealing with values, and we are really working with things that are invisible. And our job is to try to make it visible. You know, people are looking for joy in their life. You know, and the whole record was about, okay, why are we gonna do to leave our children? That was the inspiration, you know, for me.
Well, I can relate to you. I have a 2-year-old son, and you know, it's an amazing experience to have a kid, and you know, it's also a scary experience.
Exactly.
How do you deal with raising this life creation? You know, how do you nurture them and direct them? You know, and but you certainly are doing that with the music. You guys are taking it in a great place, and I won't keep you any longer. Thank you so much.
I gotta tell you about the new record, Panama 500.
Okay, tell us.
I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
We live it for now here, but it's just recorded a new record with Brian, John, Ben Street, and Adam, and a wonderful violinist.
Really?
And there's a lot of stuff in there. Very interesting. I can't wait.
When can we expect that?
It's gonna come out in February next year.
Really?
But at the Detroit Jazz Festival, there's gonna be a premiere of three songs.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And I'm really excited. I put a lot of heart into this project, celebrating 500 years of what I call the rediscovery of the South Pacific.
Excellent, man.
The
Yeah.
South Sea in
Yeah,
Panama.
South Sea. You know, I was born in Hawaii, man.
Oh, great, man.
Yeah, so
Fantastic.
the Pacific, you know. I know that whole thing, man. Thank you once
man.
again.
Nice to meet you, my
yeah,
brother.
you too.
Blessings.
Thank you. Cats, check him out. Danilo Perez.